Inherited a house in Texas? Here are your real options. If you've inherited a house in Texas, you're probably feeling overwhelmed. Most people don't expect it, and almost no one is prepared for what comes next. You might be dealing with paperwork, family conversations, repairs, taxes, or a house you don't live near or don't want to manage. So let's slow this down and walk through your real options, calmly and clearly, so you can decide what actually makes sense for your situation. First, the most important thing to understand is that inheriting a house doesn't automatically mean you have to keep it. It also doesn't mean you have to rush into selling it. You have options, and each one comes with trade-offs. The first option is keeping the house. Some people choose this because the house has sentimental value, or because they plan to live in it or rent it out. This can make sense if the house is in good condition and you're prepared for the responsibilities that come with ownership. But it's important to be honest with yourself here. Keeping a house also means paying property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and possibly repairs. If the house is vacant, those costs can add up faster than most people expect. The second option is fixing the house up and listing it with an agent. This is the path many people assume they're supposed to take. In some cases, it's the right move, especially if the house is already in good shape and you're willing to invest time and money into preparing it for sale. What often surprises people, though, is how much work this can involve. Repairs, cleanouts, inspections, contractors, and delays are common. And even after doing all that, there's no guarantee the house will sell quickly. This option can make sense if you're not in a rush and you're comfortable managing the process, but it's not always as simple as it sounds. The third option is selling the house as is. Selling as is means you sell the property in its current condition without making repairs or improvements. This is often the most appealing option for people who feel stuck, overwhelmed, or simply don't want another project. Many inherited homes fall into this category. The house may be outdated, partially repaired, or just not something you want to deal with emotionally or financially. The trade-off with an as-is sale is price. Buyers who purchase as-is take on the risk, repairs, and holding costs, which is why offers are typically lower than retail listings. That doesn't make it a bad option, it just makes it a different one. Another option some people explore is renting the house out temporarily. This can work if the house is livable and you're open to being a landlord, even for a short time. But renting comes with its own challenges, including tenants, maintenance calls, vacancies, and management. For people who live out of state or already feel stretched thin, this option can create more stress instead of relief. One thing many people don't realize is that there's no deadline forcing you to choose immediately. Unless there's a specific financial or legal pressure, you usually have time to evaluate your situation. Rushing into a decision often leads to regret. The key question to ask yourself is not which option makes the most money. It's which option fits my life right now. If you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or already dealing with a lot, convenience and peace of mind may matter more than squeezing out every dollar. If you have time, energy, and support, a longer route might make sense. There's no right or wrong answer, only what's right for you. If you're inheriting a house in Texas and feel unsure, that's completely normal. Most people aren't taught how to handle this, and every situation is different. Sometimes it helps just to talk through your options with someone who understands the process and isn't pressuring you to choose a specific path. If you're in Texas and dealing with an inherited property, you don't have to decide today. Understanding your options is the first step toward making the right decision on your terms.